What's up, Envy Babes? It's Princess Lee, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if this is your first time at my channel, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification button so you can always be informed when I drop a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my braid downs for my wig installs. And this is pretty much my typical braid down pattern. I do this almost on every head. The only difference is depending on the thickness or the density, I might make the braids a little bit smaller. But yeah, you just got to use your own judgment. If you're braiding and it looks a little bulky, just make the braids a little smaller and call it a day. So with that first braid, I'm just going to take it all the way across the back. And the reason why I do it like this is so that if the wig has a clip in it, I can go ahead and use that clip and clip it into this back of the braid. Or if my client wants their wig sewn down, I can sew it onto that braid right there. But yeah, so after that, I go ahead and part off my next section, and then I'm going to braid this down and show you guys how to connect it. Once I get that first or that second braid braided all the way down, I'm going to go to my third braid and I'm going to braid it down until that second braid can reach. So what I mean by that is when I pull it up, it can go into the other braid comfortably without me tugging or adding too much tension on my client's hair. And then once I pull it into that braid, I just continue to braid it down and it should be flat just like this. And I slowed it down just so you guys can see it. If it was still, too fast for you, you can always go over it again and rewatch it. And, I'm going to show you guys how to do it over and over again in this video just to make sure you guys have it. After that, I go on to the next braid, and I'm pretty much going to do this all the way around until I get into the middle section. And in the middle section, I'm going to show you guys how to do it to where all the braids get connected into it. So once I finish off of this part, like I said, I'm going to connect the end of the first braid into the next braid and then just keep going. Once I get to the middle part though, I stop and then I go on the other side because I like my braids to connect in the middle. I know some people do it to where theirs connect on the side, but I always see like it gets a little bulky on the sides for me, and I don't want my wigs to bulge out on the sides. It looks a little tacky to me. So I just always do it like this, and I'm going to do one more braid on this side before I switch to the other side. So yeah, so go ahead and braid all the way down again until the previous braid can reach up and connect without adding too much tension on your client's hair. And then you're just going to grab that braid and add it to your fingers and, continue to braid on down. And then we're going to go to the other side and do the exact same thing. Once I get to the other side, I'm going to go ahead and part off the same section and braid it all the way down. But this time I'm going to connect that back braid that I had braided down previously. And I'm going to connect that in just so it's super seamless all the way across and everything is connected. And at the end, I only have one braid to like sew down or tuck in or however I decide to do it. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and braid this all the way down, and now I'm about to slow it down so you guys can see exactly where I added to. So I stop, I grab that other piece of hair, I'm going to pull it straight up and add it into my fingers, and then I'm going to connect it all the way down. But like I said, you see I pulled it up and it didn't reach good enough without pulling too much tension on her hair. Whenever that happens, just go ahead and braid it down some more. And then once you pull it up, it should, go into that braid seamlessly. And make sure that it's not adding too much tension or pulling too much because, I don't know about you guys, but if I have something pulling in my head, eventually I'm going to try to get it out. And you just want it to be seamless just like that. Now it connects all the way across the back and you're going to go ahead and part off the next section and continue to connect them like you did the other side all the way until you get to the middle. Now that I am finished braiding off both sides, I am left with this middle section and I have to connect these two braids into that middle section. This is what it looks like from the front and from the back. And I'm just going to go ahead and braid all the way down until I can pull those other two braids up and they reach without causing too much tension or pulling or too much stress on my client's scalp. So like I said, I'm just going to braid all the way down and then I get to a point and I'm going to pull one side in and continue to braid down a little bit more, and then I'm going to pull the other side in just like this. Once I have that all braided off, I'm going to braid it all the way down and then I'm going to start to oil my client's scalp. And I am going to go ahead and show you guys how I do my ball cap method, just so you guys can see. And this is like a more detailed video, so you guys don't have to worry about me like not showing you in my other videos. You can just come to this one whenever you need a refresher. But yeah, I use my Got To Be glue gel and I put that on her edges and I just slip them back just so they can get out the way of the cap, and I have like a clean surface to place my cap down and adhere my cap directly to her skin with no problems. After I finish slicking her hair to the back, I'm going to go ahead and use my blow dryer and dry the rest of her hair to make sure that none of her hair gets into the cap or gets inside the glue, because it's going to mess up the adherence process. And then I'm just going to go ahead with my oil and oil her scalp down. And after I get it oiled, I'm going to just take my cap, apply it to her head, and cut out the ear holes. And then I'm going to use my bow hole to go ahead and glue down the cap. So now that I have the ear holes cut out, I'm going to go ahead with my bow hold and I'm just going to outline her hairline. And whenever you do this part, make sure you go at the top of the ear area too. So just like this. The reason why I go all the way around like that is because the ear, or over there by the ear, is where it lifts the most. And I just want to make sure I have a little extra security so that it doesn't lift as fast as it normally would, especially if your clients wear glasses. Taking glasses on and off, it makes it rub against the lace and that can cause lifting as well. So I always go all the way around just to make sure I have some sort of extra security. And after I get all the spots that I want glued down, I'm going to go ahead and let it dry completely. Like, it has to be literally blended in with her scalp. It has to look just like that in order for you to cut it off. If it's just a little bit of white, it's going to lift. So make sure that it's completely dry. Like, if you have to question, I don't know if it's dry the way, wait another minute and, let it completely dry. And after that, just take your shears and cut off that excess cap. And you're pretty much done with the ball cap method after that. And I don't cut off that extra cap that's in the back, like that extra little elastic part. I just go ahead and I tuck that in to the top of that back braid, and I just let that, let it do what it do. It's gonna keep the wig secured. That way you don't have to sew it down or add thread if you don't want to. But yeah, this is the final result. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And if you have any more questions, be sure to let me know because I do respond to all of my comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.